Okay. Jamal Franklin, Silver Dollar, let's go. What up, though? Stand up, get hype, baby. Let me see you move. Do your thing, shake that bounce it to the groove. Give us space, clear the...
How did Silver Dollar develop his unique musical style blending soul, R&B, and hip-hop?
You said Silver Dollar. Okay, so Silver Dollar came about, that's my rap side of me. Jamal J. Franklin is the R&B side of me. And Silver Dollar, like it was a lot of people that told me that I look like 50 Cent. I look like Bernie Mac from the Players Club. So they were calling me, you know, Dollar Bill, and they were calling me 50 Cent. And some people even said I look like Omar Epps too. So yeah, Silver Dollar came about. Started singing at 4 years old, about 3 or 4 years old. And then I started rapping around maybe like 15, 16. So I didn't get the name Silver Dollar until 2004. And I just started singing and rapping at that time. Like, cause at first I was in like a gospel group with my sister and my cousin from Detroit, and it didn't last. And then I got into this R&B group back in 2002 with two other dudes, and I paid for everything anyway. So they and then one of them didn't even show up to rehearsals. So that didn't last. So yeah, 2004 was when I went solo.
Which iconic soul and R&B artists have influenced Silver Dollar's musical palette?
So the artist that has influenced me growing up was, I'm gonna say the first was Mary J. Blige and Tupac Shakur. And then my dad, he had all the Motown records like Earth, Wind & Fire, The Temptations, Stylistics. Then he had Michael Jackson Thriller. And I love Janet Jackson too. She's one of my favorites too. And then my mom, she had Aretha Franklin, and then the Clark sisters, and the Anointed Pace sisters, and I mean, you know, the list just goes on, you know. So the R&B, gospel, and the hip hop really influenced me growing up.
Who are some of the pivotal modern-day artists that have shaped Silver Dollar's musical direction?
Michael Jackson, Mary J. Blige, Tupac Shakur, Aretha Franklin. I'm gonna say Earth, Wind & Fire, the Temptations. And there's a lot more. Method Man. Yeah, you know, the list just goes on.
What role did music play in Silver Dollar's life from a young age? And how did it evolve as he grew older?
I come from a musical inclined family. On my mom's side, they were called the Beard Singers. They had their own group, like a quartet. They would always go out and sing in front of these churches and stuff, and go on the road, go on tour and stuff like that. And so, you know, me seeing them, seeing them singing, and you know, that made me want to sing as well. And then on top of that, my dad used to always sing those records at home too, when he played. So, and then, you know, me just seeing, you know, people on TV like, you know, Michael Jackson, Mary J. Blige, Tupac, you know, just hearing them, you know, made me want to go out there and sing too. And then, like, I remember being, you know, in a school play, I was singing, I think it was Quincy Jones's song with Tevin Kimball. I was singing that song in a school play, Tomorrow. I guess that's what it's called, Tomorrow Will Bring or something, back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Can you share some of Silver Dollar's early musical achievements, such as his wins in talent shows?
So Silver Dollar's early musical achievements was when I was in the military. They had me singing, my staff sergeants had me singing at banquets and stuff. They would always tell me, cause one day, how it all started, I was just singing in the latrine, but it's called the latrine, but it's really a restroom. So in the military, it's called a latrine. So I'm just singing, in the latrine. Somebody told the staff sergeants that I could sing, and so they called me to the front, like, we gonna have Private Franklin up front singing today. And so got up in front of the whole barracks, started singing. Then word got out into the battalion. Then the command sergeant major, she wanted to hear me sing, and she started booking me at these banquets and stuff, and singing at the banquets and stuff. So, and then the next achievements was after the Army, I went to this talent show, and they were the first prize was $10,000 and a trophy, and it was somewhere in California called Hostile Magazine. And then I won that. I won the King of the Mic for $10,000. And then my other achievements over the years, just recently, Silver Dollar, Boom G Mix was on the charts, the DRT charts for about 16 weeks, and it made number 7 on the DRT charts. But before that, the original Boom that I did back in 2011 made 2 top 100 billboards. It made number 7 on that one as well, on the 2 top 100 billboards. And I was close to Jay-Z and Kanye West song called Otis. And then on the other chart, it was close to Rihanna's, I forgot the song, but yeah, it was close to that. So yeah, I saw it, the original one, the first one that I put out back in 2011. It made 2 top 100 billboards, number 7.
How did Jamal's involvement in the U.S. Army and his experience during the Iraq-Afghanistan wars impact his musical journey?
Okay, so during my time in the Army, when I served during the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, it was, some things happened to me. I had ended up getting hurt. We was on a training, on this long training day. Some kind of way I slipped and fell and busted my knee. And then I got transferred to another unit, and that unit didn't really care about me. They thought I was playing. They called it malingering. And so that's when they treated me like a slave. It was crazy, because I was on, first I was in a wheelchair, and my left leg, I couldn't even bend it. They had me doing like some crazy exercises. Even though I was hurt, they didn't care. They still had me doing those crazy exercises. And then my profile showed, the doctors told them that I could not do any push-ups. I could not do any kind of heavy lifting, but they didn't care. So while I was on my downtime, I was just writing in my journal. And then another tragedy happened. One of my battle buddies that I was close to committed suicide by hanging himself in the closet, a Genesis closet. And I'm like, and when I found him hanging, that really messed up my mind. And then I told the staff sergeants with the new unit, they was telling us to don't say nothing or we'll be court-martialed out. If we say anything, so, I had to hide that like for 8 years. I didn't tell nobody, I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell nobody what happened until about 8 years later. And that's when I started telling my psychologists and stuff, my doctors and stuff, what really happened back in 2015. Because, this stuff happened back in like 2007. And it took me about 8 years to come out with it. But my music, I just kept going with it. I didn't stop. I wanted to stop, but it was like, the Most High was like, okay, you got to keep going. You can't stop. You got to keep going. And yeah, that's how the U.S. Army influenced me with my music career.
Describe Jamal's significant performance at a commemorative church event during his time in the U.S. Army.
Okay, so during the time in the U.S. Army, when I was at this church event, the commemorative church event, they had me to sing, because like I said, earlier, they, word got out that I could sing. And everybody wanted me. It was crazy. So yeah, I went to the church and they asked me to sing, any song. So what I sang Whitney Houston's I Love the Lord, and it went something like this. I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan. Long as I live, and your arms arise, I'll hasten to his throne. Something like that. And when I sang that song, over 200 male soldiers gave their life to the Lord that day. And that was the best time ever. I wasn't expecting that, but the Most High, he was doing his will. He just had to go up there and sing. So that's what happened.
What is Silver Dollar's current mission and goal in the music industry?
Well, my mission and goal in the music industry is to gain more exposure. I want to be, how you have these top multi-billion-dollar companies such as Sony and Universal Records like that. Bad Boy Entertainment. I want to be the next. Have my company. Fleet Design. Entertainment Productions Inc. I want that to be everywhere and worldwide. And also make good music. Because what's on today's market is trash and watered down. Most of them. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the quality of music anymore. So I'm trying to bring that back. Putting back in the soul and R&B, the real soul and R&B into music, and the real hip hop. Not no watered down. This trash they got on the radio today.
How does Silver Dollar use music to express his personal stories and truths?
So the way I express my personal stories and truth is whatever I'm feeling that day, I just write it down. I just whatever I'm feeling. Cause my music comes from the heart. It's what I believe. Like I got one song that I haven't released it yet, but I wrote a song called Lone Ranger. It's about my life story, how I grew up, not having no father figures, not having no uncles, no brothers, nobody was there for me, just me growing up in a whole a whole household of women, and I wanted that brotherhood. And when I went to the military, that's why I went to the military, because I wanted that brotherhood. But yeah, that's one of my songs, Lone Ranger. And now the song that's been on the charts, Boom G Mix, Boom in the Bedroom. That's the R&B version of Boom G Mix, because Boom G Mix is the hip hop version. And so Boom G Mix is about it's for the the strippers and stuff, the female strippers like that. It's for the men, to enjoy the strippers, a club banger. And Boom in the Bedroom, that's the R&B version of Boom G Mix, and it's for the ladies. When I wrote that song, I was thinking about spoiling the ladies and stuff. Bringing real bringing real R&B back. And then I wrote another song called Bless the Lord, and that's my real relationship with the Most High. That's who I serve. So, that's my love letter to the Lord. Bless the Lord. And yeah, that's all on that one.
Can you mention some of the notable achievements and chart successes of Silver Dollar's music career?
So my first single that I did last year, it was Boom G Mix, Silver Dollar's Boom G Mix. That was on the charts for 16 weeks. And I think I had mentioned that earlier, but I'm mentioning it, again. It's on 16 weeks and it made number 7 on the DRT charts. And then Boom in the Bedroom, we started that one. I think it was back in March this year, 2023. And that one that blew my mind, because I'm like, the people, they had it on for 32 weeks or more. by 33 weeks. It just now got off the charts earlier this month. And that went on from I think April of 2023 to like the 1st of December 2023, about 30 some weeks. And it made number 5, and it went down the charts, and then it went back up to the charts. I'm like, okay, that really blew my mind. I'm like, wow, that was amazing. And so next year, I'm gonna release Bless the Lord, and we're gonna see how that's gonna do.
Who is Roland Smith Jr., and how has he contributed to Silver Dollar's music career?
Oh, so Roland Smith Jr., I had met him back in sometime in 2021, and we had been friends. He was my best friend for a little bit over a year, and he was helping me. So how I met him. When I met him, I was gonna sign this. I was getting ready to sign this artist that I had met somewhere in Houston, Texas, and he had hooked me up with Roland. Like, we made a phone call like that. He called Roland. Me and Roland clicked over the phone back in 2021, and then started going to his house the next year, February, March, and April. Was at his house, like every month, and we were, best friends, and then then one day, Roland was, we was getting ready to, he was getting ready to help me with my music career. He knew a lot of people. He did, he produced for Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, the Ghetto Boys, Scarface, Destiny's Child, Beyonce. The list goes on. And he showed me his multi-platinum plex as well, and he was legit. But when I first met Roland and first went to his house, I told him, I said, man, bro, you feel like family. It feels like family, because I'm like, I don't tell everybody this, but you feel like family. You feel like you're one of my distant cousins. And then come to find out on my mom's side, we got related to some Smiths. And he showed a picture of his mom to my mom, and my mom told him that his mom looked like one of her aunts on her dad's side. So, but yeah, so basically, he was, he was my family, / best friend. And then he, unfortunately died July 16th on my mom's birthday. July 16th, 2022, he died. And, he's, truly missed.
I'm a lone ranger, a lonely soul, I only wrote one D.
Which major artists has Silver Dollar opened up for in his career?
So the major artists that I opened up for, this was like years ago, way before I went to the military. It had to be 2006. So I remember it was this company that I was with. I forgot their name. I'm not gonna mention their name, but I was with this company. They had me open up for DSR, Dirty South Riders in Texas, and then I got to open up for Chameleonaire and Paul Wall, and it was some other. I think UGK was one of them too. But yeah, that's what I remember.
How has Silver Dollar's passion for music evolved over the years? And what drives him to continue making music?
So I would say, when I first started rapping, it wasn't, I would say it was kind of wet, because I didn't know what I was doing. Because I started out being a gospel artist, a gospel rapper at first, and then transferring from gospel to R&B and hip hop, and then trying to rap. I was like about 16, 17 at the time, and I remember one of my verses was like something about, would a body like Reese's, girl pick up the pieces? Anything else make this hitter so speechless? That was whack. So I had to change that. So I was like about 16 years old when I made that right there. So, but I have come a long way. I have come a long way, and I just talk about real issues now. That was, I guess that was like they call it back in the day, the bubblegum rap like that, that was whack like that. But yeah, I talk about real issues now.
Where can listeners find and explore Silver Dollar's music releases?
So people can find my music on my website, flizzient.com. There you will find my merch. I also sell, not only music, but I also sell t-shirts, hoodies, caps, even cigarette lighters, and more. And also they can find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, and all other platforms.